Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at more Am I Wrong stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. Me and my husband got married young. I was 18, he was 19. Both of us knew we always wanted to get married and start a family young. I started college 2 years ago and he just graduated with a Bachelor of Biomedical Science. My husband has a girl best friend who I'll call Sam, who he met in college. Both of them grew up Baptist, and while he's left the church, they had a very similar childhood and bonded quite quickly. Despite what you may be thinking, her and I got along really well. She and I like the same music and we were both studying in relatively the same fields, so she became a friend of mine as well. Since I found out I was pregnant though, some issues have started to arise. We announced our pregnancy on social media after we told our parents. Sam texted my husband a congrats text, and then told him to pass on her wishes well to me. She's been texting him non-stop with baby advice and what she likes to call advice for mama, which includes sometimes relatively targeted jabs at what I should eat. Honestly, I kept brushing the texts off, but it got to a point where the conversations were less about the baby and more about me, which I was getting increasingly uncomfortable with. Because she wasn't texting me, she was texting my husband. My husband acknowledged this and has just started to show them to me and ask what I want him to do. I just told him to ignore them. When I announced I was having a baby shower and sent out the invites, I received a text from Sam. She said something along the lines of wanting to host my baby shower and set it up. I told her politely that my mum was planning on hosting it with the help of my sister and that it was a special moment for them and I wouldn't want to take that away. Well, Sam ignored that message because the next day she came over and insisted we start working out arrangements for the venue. I told her once again my mum and sister were hosting, and she told me that I should take her advice and let her plan it because she'd ensure that the baby shower would be better if she planned it, particularly because she'd be working on the menu. Whether it was pregnancy hormones or just bottled up rage, I told her that the jabs she'd been making at me behind my back about my diet during this pregnancy to my husband are really annoying, and that no, she cannot host the shower, and from now on her unsolicited advice was not appreciated, especially if she can't say it to my face. That night, my husband's phone blew up with messages from Sam saying that he had no right to show her those messages and they were just supposed to be health tips because Sam was studying nutritional science and only wanted to help her best friend and ensure a happy baby and life. I know she had somewhat good intentions and she's been a good friend to my husband and to me. So, am I wrong? Damn! Sam's doing too much. Why you want to host someone else's baby shower? It's not even your baby. You guys are not even best friends either. You guys are not relatives either. Sam, you're doing a bit too much, okay? And that's so true. If you want to say something, say it to my face, right? And I'm sorry to tell this person, but Sam isn't your friend, even though you said she was. Because if she really wanted good for you, she would text you directly. Because why would she go all the way to text your husband? Obviously, she probably wants them to fight, hey? She wants the husband to tell his wife, you know, oh, you should be doing this, you should be eating this, oh, this is not good for you. And they'll probably fight and Sam's gonna be happy. But little did she know that the husband was literally showing all her text messages to this person. Jeez. Ugh, people like Sam, seriously. And why does Sam think couples hide messages from each other? You know, if someone tells someone a secret, they're going to be telling the partner too, right? And the best friend. Your secret is not kept if you're telling someone in a relationship. They're going to tell their partner. Alright. So Sam must be single. That's why. She's jealous. What would you guys do if your partner had a best friend like that? Would you want him to cut her out of his life? But then at the same time, you don't want to feel like an asshole for like you're making your husband choose between you or his best friend, right? But like if his best friend is acting like this, I wouldn't even like to see her face if she comes over. Do you know what I mean? Like I would, oh, it's so annoying. Alright, moving on. I'm pregnant with a baby boy due in November. My fiance and I didn't care much about the sex of our child, so we didn't make too much noise about it once we found out. The only people we'd informed were our parents, their partners and our siblings. Prior to this, my father's girlfriend of 3 years had been asking me about my plans for a gender reveal party. I've always been clear about not wanting one. When I announced my son's gender to them, she expressed disappointment that I hadn't changed my mind about a party. I don't like gender reveals. Never have, never will. I prefer baby showers, which I think feel more about the actual child. I never tried to hide that opinion either. Days later, my father's girlfriend invited me over for tea at the apartment. My dad was out of town. When I got there, about a dozen people popped out of hiding to surprise me. There were pink and blue decorations everywhere, which made what was going on pretty clear. As I stood there in shock, my father's girlfriend excitedly told me they were throwing me a surprise gender reveal party. Since I'd already told her, she had taken it upon herself to order a cake with colourful frosting. To decorate the apartment, and invite a bunch of people over. The guests included her mother, which I don't get along with, some of her friends, my mother-in-law, not my mum, and 4 of my friends. As I later found out, my mother-in-law and friends had been told I'd changed my mind about gender reveals. I had not. Still in the doorway, I looked over at everyone and said, "It's a boy, you guys can go home now." I left without looking back. Oh! Yo! That's such a boss thing to do. Wow. Hours later, my father called me furious that I'd ruined the party. He said his girlfriend had put a lot of effort, money, and love into planning it, and I should have shown respect and gratitude for it. Apparently, she hadn't stopped crying since I left. It's been almost a week, and they're both still upset. Even after I explained I never wanted that party in the first place. They're insisting I could have sucked it up for an hour or at least cut the cake. What's the point of a gender reveal if the parents already know the gender? You know what, I guess I don't know much about gender reveals. I thought the gender reveal was for the parents. Like a surprise for the parents. Well, of course for the guests as well, but more for the parents. But this person already knew the gender, so what's the point of a gender reveal? For the guests? Okay. Well then, it's a boy! Go home. I honestly don't get people when they insist on doing something that you've already told them not to. You're like, I don't enjoy that, I don't like it. But they still do it? Okay. I don't like you. Why are you acting as if you didn't know what was gonna happen? Why is she like, oh my god, she ruined the party, even though I knew she didn't want the party? So you really brought it upon yourself, didn't you? Getting your feelings hurt for no reason. Deserved it. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!